Conviction is a film about a sister who is willing to do whatever it takes to free her wrongfully accused brother from prison. We got a chance to sit down with the writer of the film, Pamela Gray, and actor Sam Rockwell. Let's see what they had to say. All right, so there's a pattern of strong leading women in your films. I was wondering if you think, as a writer, it's your role to give women more agency in films today.
I love giving women and their stories more agency, as you say. I also don't want to be viewed as a screenwriter who can only do that. But of course, I don't think there are enough movies about women. I don't think there are enough heroines' journeys versus heroes' journeys in films. So I feel really blessed that I've been able to do that.
Can you explain a little bit the challenge of trying to dramatize a real-life character? Because you have to add certain things to make it maybe more entertaining or appealing.
Yes, well, especially with this story where I felt a responsibility to tell this story well because it's such an important story. So I felt a little pressure as a writer, wanting to make sure I did justice to Betty Ann and Kenny. Do you ever have worries of maybe exposing some of the flaws in a character too much, that when their real-life counterpart is there? That's a very good question. You do worry about that as a writer, and people see themselves exposed, and they can also say, well, I wasn't really like that. But I think that if I'm staying true to the spirit of who those people are, even though they may be uncomfortable with some of what they're seeing, I can still feel good about what I've done to portray them.
Yes. After you write the screenplay, how much influence do you have over the rest of the script?
It depends on the director, and it depends on the people you're working with. I had a lot of input all the way through the editing process. I was on the set. I could rewrite on the set based on changes that happened with the actors working together. And Tony really values my opinions. I'm so lucky to have a director who will collaborate with me. It doesn't happen that often.
It was great meeting you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for talking with me.
There's a scene when Betty Ann comes to tell you that she passed the bar, and you get excited in the prison. You have to sit down because of the guard, and you show this kind of controlled excitement.
Yeah.
How much in a scene like that? How much of that is pre-planned, and how much happens spontaneously when the camera?
You don't really plan too much. You kind of play it out and try not to get too result-oriented about it, and then hopefully something spontaneous will happen. You know, there's something you got to get excited about in the scene, so you know you're up against that, but you don't want to overact either. So you just feel it out, rehearse it, shoot it, see what happens.
Is it more important in the character that you're choosing for a script, or is it the creative team that makes you choose a script? Maybe it's the director or the writers or something.
It's really both. I mean, you got to have a great part, otherwise it's not going to matter who's doing it.
Character.
Yeah, if you don't have a good part that you're not excited about, then it doesn't matter if whoever's involved.
How important is it to you, after the film is made, to maybe analyze your performance or watch it to learn from it? Do you do that at all?
I do a little bit of that. I don't want to overdo it, but it is good to learn sometimes if you can be objective about it.
The fact that that Kenny is a true character and he had such a strong story, does that change your emotional involvement?
Yeah, a little bit. You do feel a responsibility. It's a little daunting, but you do the best you can.
Do you ever have any worries about maybe portraying too much of the flaws or something like that in the character? Do you worry about?
No, I don't think the guy was a real Boy Scout, so you got to be honest about that. You want to show the flaws along with the good stuff.
All right, well, it was great talking to you.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, man.